Sharing out files and folders from within your Google Drive. Today I'm going to talk a little bit how you can share out files and folders from within your Google Drive. So I'm in my drive here. The first thing you're going to want to do is just select the file. If you hold your control button down and select another file, you can share multiple files at one time, but I'm only going to select one for right now. If you come up here to the window up in the right hand side, you'll see a little avatar with a plus sign by it. You can select that plus sign, and under the people tab here, you can enter email names of folks that you want to share this file out with. In this case, I'm going to select Stephen Armstrong, and you can add more people by typing in their email address here. But there's some permission levels that I want to show you here on the side. There's a little drop down box that if you select that, you can see that in this case, they can edit this file that I'm sending out. That means if they want to delete it, delete things off of it, they want to add things to it, they want to share it out with other folks, they'll get the ability to do that under this Can Edit tab. If you want them just to be able to comment on that, maybe you have an outline that you want them to comment and make suggestions on how to make that outline better, you could select the comment tab, and that would give them ability to comment on that page itself or that file. Or you could select the view, and the view will give them access just to view it. They can't mark it up and they can't make changes to it at that. If you look at it, there's different little icons that are tied to that. So this is a little pencil as a markup tool. If I select the comment, it pops up like a little comment box. Or if I select the can view, it looks like a little eye. So that's kind of a visual indication on how you have that file shared out. I'm going to leave it edit for now. So I would add a note here if I wanted to add some additional instructions to it or talk about what the file is or what I want them to do with it. And then you could add more people here. Under this, once you select the folks that you want to send it to, there's a notify people checkbox. That's just going to send them an email from you that says, hey, this person has shared this file with you, and it'll give them a link to it when they get that in their email. If you don't want to notify people via the email, you can always uncheck that, but I just typically leave it. That's kind of a default setting, gives them an idea that you've shared it out with them. That's one way that you can do it. You can share a file out. I'm going to close out that email address here. So another way of doing it is you can get what they call a shareable link. So there's a little drop down here. If you select Get Shareable Link, that's going to drop this down where you can copy this link from this tab. How you know the permissions would be if you drop this little button down here. Here you can see anybody at FWCS with the link can view. I can change that like I did with the other file, and I can allow other folks to edit it if I want. If I select anyone with the link can edit and I copy that, that's going to be just like I set permissions on the last example. Or you can select this drop down and you can only have them view or comment once again. And then say it's view, I can select view, then I can copy that link. So if you only want the link to be viewed by other folks, you can copy that link, and then there you can post it out on web pages in your LMS, and that way it's not going to be manipulated by other people, but they would actually get they can view it to see the file itself. Then you would just say done, and then you would take that link and you would post it somewhere. So that's another method on how you can do that. So I'm going to say done here. Now to share a folder out, you could select the folder and you could go up to the plus tab. Same way with a file, you could select the file and go to the plus tab. But either way, you can also right click on a file or a folder and go to the share tab itself. So this case, I'm going to select the second folder. I'm going to select share. And here's where I'm going to enter the names that I want, or I can get a shareable link just like before. And then the files and the folders, within the folders, here they can organize, they could add, and they can edit it. Or you can select that as a view only itself as well. Just depends on what level, if you want people to add things to it or be able to delete things out, or if you just want to send them a view only. So in that case, you would enter their name and you'd say done, and you could send them an email here. So this is a folder here. I could type in Stefan, just like the last example I went through. And this being a folder, he'd be able to have access to edit, organize, and add things to it. Or I could get up here the same thing as before, and I could select this off, get a shareable link. That's going to open up the drop down where I can select, hey, do I just want them to edit it, or do I want them to view it? And then I could get the link and do the same thing. So those are just a couple of different ways that you can work with files and folders and sharing them out to folks.